and a very good afternoon and a very good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us for Cartload. It is going to be a busy show. The Cartloads of late have been brilliant because we've jam-packed them with loads of great products and we've smashed the prices down nice and low as well. That's what this is all about. It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. It's a case of snapping up the bargains before they disappear. And this is not a one-man job. This is a two-man job. And I choose to help me over the course of the next 2 hours. I think he's the only male craft we've got, so we'll have to do Craig. I choose you.
Well, I'm going to take that anyway. So yeah, I cannot wait for this one as well. So many I can't wait for because this is the first Cartload I've done for a while. But I've just said that I've just been looking at the comments from earlier on's masterclass, and it's been so lovely to read. You know, whether you've actually maybe treated yourself or maybe that you've just actually just looked for inspirations. Many of you saying it's so nice, and you know, it's just like big crafty hugs. So I thought, I tell you what. Do you want a hug? Let's go for it. What? Come on, let's go.
He's doing
let's
it.
Let's go. Hey! Big crafty hugs for you. Good way. There we go. Bend it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. There we go. So this is our hug to you. You know, our response to you saying, there you go. There is a big crafty hug from each of us now. Great way to kick off Cartload.
What's he been eating during the break? Seriously? Wow. What are they? I should have known. Should have known. Right, listen, it is Cartload. It's going to be busy. Loads of you already watching. Let's do a quick name check and say hello to Meredith from Florida, Violet's in from North Carolina, Bonnie from Kentucky, Bevy's Crafty Plan says good morning, Melissa from Kentucky, Laura's back in, Judy B from Pennsylvania, Ro from Delaware, Jackie from Nebraska, Anne from England, and Valerie, who says good morning, missing the elf suit, Craig. Oh, don't get me started on that again, for goodness sake. If you want to say hello, you can get social with us on Facebook, you can get social with us on YouTube as well. Anything that you want to know, anything you want to comment on, anything that you want to see as well, because these shows, we've got so much stuff. If there's something that we sort of like flash through very quickly, and then you think, oh, I didn't get to see enough of that, message us and we'll show it you on the show. Also, of course, if you want to send in any pictures or any sort of general comments, let us know what you're up to. Send in your telfies as well. We haven't had any of those for a while. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Let's make it nice and interactive. Shop ahead as well. That's the tip with the show like this. Get ahead on the web because things will go. And I say things will go, things have gone. The snow globe that we were going to bring to you, the 13-piece stamp and die set, don't scream and shout, but that's now sold out. It has gone. We've also got on the show this beautiful Country Garden Creator card, but don't scream and shout, that's now sold out. Ow! Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. Some last chance saloons for you as well. Must mention these straight off the bat. The Decadent Snowflakes, the creator carders. You've got to get these now if you want to get them because these are busy. Look at the price on this, right? It should be 15 quid or 22.95, $5.99 or $9.18. Perfect stocking filler ideas, perfect gifts, perfect kind of treat yourself. You know, if you were watching today and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm not going to spend anything, $5.99, treat yourself because that is a bargain. Last chance to grab that. We've then got the Art Deco credit card as well. Again, $5.99 or $9.18. Last chance saloon on that. When it's gone, it's gone. And then we've got the Dream Catcher. Reminded me of yesterday afternoon. This is the creator card, cut on the edge, metal die, Dream Catcher, $5.99 or $9.18 if you want to go for that. It's last chance saloon on those. We expect those to sell out. Now, also on the show, we have got the autumn card pack. Always very popular is this. We had a lot of the stock, and we're now getting down towards the end of the stock here on this. 60% of it gone. We had a big stock of it, and again, once it's gone, it's gone. It is 100 sheets of beautiful autumnal colours, but as you can see, selection of the colours that you've got there, the kind of paper that you can incorporate all year round as well. $5.99 for 100 sheets, or 2 for $10, or 2 for $16. Do not miss out on that, because that will go. Everything else on the show coming your way in pictures for you now, so let's flash through these as fast as we can, and then, as I say, we'll get on to seeing some bits and pieces with Craig. This is the Collage Stamp collection. Beautiful. 49 elements in total here. It's flowers, it's beautiful birds, it's beautiful foliage. Half price deal on this for Cartload today. Should be almost £50 or $75. $24.97 or $37.37. Take off your 20% platinum. That is an absolute steal. I'll show you that in more detail in just a little bit. If you like your shaker cards, you can get those today as well. This is the Time to Shine and Love Always. 26 elements allowing you to make up these beautiful shaker cards. You've got that beautiful star and then the gorgeous heart as well. Look at the deal on that. Should be £30 or almost $40. You pay today £11 or $15.50. Yes, producer Johnny's just summed that up in one word. Wow. Do not miss out on that. These are low, even for Cartload standards, these are low prices. Next up, we've got the Christmas window and Celebrate the Season duo. These are absolutely gorgeous, very popular, great for this time of the year as well. That Celebrate the Season is just absolutely gorgeous with that sort of cocktail glass in there. It's amazing. £11, $15.50 if you want to go for that. Again, huge savings, almost £20 or $25 you are saving. Another one of my absolute favourites on this show as well. I love these, and I'm not surprised to hear that 25% of the stock has already gone. The Build a Character Stamp and Die collection. These are absolutely brilliant. If you're looking for a good way to get crafting with the kids before Christmas, fantastic, because with these dies, again, you can obviously cut your paper, cut your card. Great with the felt as well, these, to build up your own polar bear, elf and penguin characters. A lot of fun to be had there. Again, you're saving $17.99 or $25.43. It is a half price deal on that one today. $17.98 or $25.42. We've got some gorgeous embossing folders on the show for you as well. If you've got your Gemini Mini, these are absolutely perfect for these. You buy 4, you get 2 free. I say you buy 4,
you get 2 free.
You do. These ones are gorgeous. Again, we'll show you them in more detail, but you've got your musical notes there. You've got Christmas presents and snowflakes, and you've got Santa's Christmas list there too. Look at the deal. 30% saving, $11.96 or $13.80. I feel like I'm talking really fast, or is it just me? Am I going at a good pace? I think it's the excitement. Next up is the Everyday Embossing Folder collection. With this, you buy 4, you get 2 free. I said you buy 4,
you get 2 free.
$11.96 or $13.80 if you want to go for that collection today, so 20% saving. Next up is the Gemini Sentiment Stamp and Die Cartload collection. 31 elements here. This is really cool. Those are those sort of cascading sentiments that you're going to get with your thanks, with your love, with your merry, with your jolly, and your Noel. I mean Noel. It's not Noel, is it at all? Noel. $25.97 or $35, saving yourself 40% on Cartload today, if that's what you love. This next collection you're going to like a lot. It's the Christmas, and then we give you the stamps as well. So you've got, you know, I suppose a male skewed card, and then you get the male sort of skewed stamps as well. Father's Day, with retirement, Let's Party, birthday. $14.99 or $19.99 is your deal. Next up, Bottles Up. I thought you said someone else then for a minute. Definitely Bottles Up. And there you go. Take a look at this. These beautiful cards. So, you know, whatever you tipple, you know, maybe it's a bottle of beer, maybe it's a bottle of champers, maybe it's, I don't know, Prosecco, Cava, whatever it might be. You've got the ability to put those cards together with the dies, but then you also get with it the fantastic stamp set as well, which gets you your beers, your cheers, and all sorts of other goodies in there as well. Some lovely sentiments. Happy, drink champagne. Congratulations, celebrate, save water, drink beer. Yes. Again, that is a half price deal to get those two together. Next up, again, you're going to get both of these. This is your sweet treat stamp and die collection. I mean, who would not want a cupcake or a muffin card? I mean, that is just brilliant, isn't it? All the elements to be able to cut that out and to be able to put that one together. And with it, you're going to then get all of these beautiful stamps as well with love. It's Cupcake O'Clock. Happy birthday. You've also got on there, it's a cupcake kind of day, and birthday cupcakes don't have calories. Cool. If only that were true, eh? $14.99 or $19.99, half price, and last but by no means least, be fabulous, darling. This is this gorgeous dress. I wore one like that in Panto last year, actually. Very fetching. I looked in it too.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, and that wasn't whilst I was on stage. I was just watching. I went along to see it. Like, what are you doing? I was like, this is my normal Saturday attire. So you get the the dress there that she can make with all of the dyes, and then to accompany that, you then get all of these beautiful stamps as well. Thank you, celebrate. You shall go to the ball. And will you be my bridesmaid? No. A half price deal, $14.99 and $19.99. They're great. Really cool bundles to go for. Again, stocking filler prices, really half price deals, great gift ideas, and sets that you're going to have a lot of fun with. First time that we've done them half price on this Cartload, so grab them whilst you can. Lots of people loving the crafty hugs, by the way. Sam on Facebook loved the crafty hugs. Clarice saying you guys are crazy right out of the gate, and Stephanie sending back crafty hugs to myself and you, Craig. Pamela's already on it as well. Orders already placed and on their way. So let us see what you can do with these amazing bargains. We're going to have a look at the creator cards. Which one are you going to look at, Craig?
Andy, so we're going to do the dress, as you were just on about a moment ago. Let's just show you a few things that you could be making with, obviously, even if you were to treat yourself and go for all of them. But it just gives you the idea. They're called creator cards. You can then create exactly that, your card, but maybe make them separate. We'll do a dress and we'll do it completely separate, so it's not on the card.
Yeah.
So I'm going to skip through just some of the other ones that you've just been able to see. Let's go into, there we go, we've got the bottle as well. What about the best dress?
Oh, I love that jacket.
Now look at this one. Now this next one, I have never...
Jersey boys.
Yeah, it is actually. And then when you talk about that, but then going all Scottish.
Hey!
Which I'd never seen that one before. Who actually made that one on that one from our design team? Kerry Noon. Absolutely love that one.
With a kilt on sporting.
Aye, with a kilt on.
Aye.
So what we're going to do is going to go for the dress. So we're going to show you. So it's, Ben was just going over. You get the die, you get the stamp as well. So let's go straight on. So what I would tend to do, and this is exactly what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do a bit of die cutting onto our smooth stamping cardstock. So if I do any card blanks, bases, tends to be my actual stamping card. You can of course use Centura Pearl, but we're going to do a bit of decoration using some paper pads. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take the actual dress die. So I'm going to show you how you can actually create a card just using the actual dress die. So I'm going to take my scissors. Let's just quickly take, do you know something? I have got watercolor card instead, which does not matter. If anything, it'll give you a bit of a texture to your card blank. So what I'm just going to do is we're going to die cut a couple of them, always kind of the same idea as your wafer thin dies. So just going to go all the way through there. All of them are going to fit through your Gemini Junior, no problem at all. They'll of course fit through your MIDI now, and it goes without saying they'll go through your large Gemini. Some of the smaller accent dies, or well actually all the rest of them within this dress, will go through your Mini as well. So taking that one, so that gives us our dress just there, and then I'm going to cut that again. Now look at that, that could then be the aperture of a shaker, you know, so have a look, see what your waist could then be used, maybe a stencil, maybe a mask, stamp through them in that as well. So think of all these different things, but then what we're just going to do is let's just pop another one through, and then we'll show you how you can actually put these two together, and then they're actually going to stand up on their own accord, and you're going to make your card blank. Brilliant.
Remember, half price. First time we've had them as a half price deal on Cartload. So choose the collection that you like the best. And here's the thing, again, at that sort of price, you get two sets for what you would normally pay for one. So choose your two faves. Maybe you like the jacket and the dress. A lot of people loving the kilt card that you just showed a few moments ago. It's really cool. But again, this is kind of just the start for you. This is the basis for you to create and make them look exactly how you want them to look. And I love the fact that you can use them as a kind of like the forefront for your particular project as well.
That's the thing, you know, you can theme them. So whether it is, for instance, this dress could just be for someone's birthday, a daughter, a granddaughter, or maybe Ben's case, you know, if they've got a specific colour theme that they like or style that they like, then what you could do is then actually just make it like so. But of course, you know, you can theme it to them. So what we're going to do now is we've got our 2 dresses here already good to go. Yep. And then what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to bring in my scoreboard. Of course, we could use our guillotine for this one, no problem at all. And then all that I'm going to do is, on this one here, it would be kind of like the back of the dress, so to speak. So all that I'm just doing is just about ½ an inch from the top. I'm just going to score. I'm just going to score at the top just there, and then that creates that bit of hinge for our card blank. So if we just then move all that to the side, we're going to bring in our tacky glue. So anything when it comes to construction, I would always tend to say to use your Collage tacky glue, because then this actually dries into the fibres of your cardstock. We're just going to then just meet them up together, and I'm just going to press just for a few seconds for the glue to grab. And then what happens is, because you've created that hinge on the back, that then creates your card blank when it comes to the dress. And the good thing with the dress is because it's got that circular motion at the bottom, you know, it's not a rocker, but it gives you that effect if you want it to be when it's sitting on the mantelpiece. So then what I'm going to do, this is when you can then decorate it using your stamps, your inks, or anything like that. We're going to use some pattern paper. So I've just taken a sheet of pattern paper from a stash just here. And again, I'm just going to run this one through. So popping them ones through our Gemini, running it through, and then what we're going to do is we'll just do a little bit of decoration.
Rose saying, I love these. I have used the bottle a lot of times. I like the bottle. Hannah Furnace on Facebook says, these shape cards are amazing, so versatile. I get a response from the recipient every time. I love them. And Maria on Facebook, I got the dress die and stamps. I've not used it yet. So thank you, Craig, for showing the ideas of how to use it. That's what we're here for.
That's exactly what we're here for, just to show you what you can be making. Either really quick and simple, or of course, you know, with a few samples I showed you, you know, you can go all out. So what I'm going to do now is, because this is our paper, so just in case you're wondering, this comes from our pop-up box paper pad. Now I would never just die cut this and use this as the card blank because of obviously the weight. It's only about a 180, hence why I would make my own card blank using either our stamping card or of course in this case watercolour card. So then this is when what I would do is I would then just place that over the top. So again, I'm just going to use my glue for this one. So we're just going to go all the way around. You could use your Collage glue if you wanted to, or even your double-sided adhesive sheets. Use your sprays, it's entirely up to you. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pop that one over the front. Mm-hmm. Now that then gives you the basis of your dressed card blank. So you know you could leave it like that if you wanted to. We can see it just nicely. You've got all that shape to it. But what you also get are all these additional little dies as well. So what we've got is we've got these shoes. We've got this handbag. Then what we've also got is we've got these little bits just here. Now it might look like, you know, a mask. Go across the eyes maybe, you know, or
masquerade ball.
Yeah, absolutely, you could do. But you've got these little bits too. So what happens is they actually create the bows. So we're going to do a bow as well. We've got these little bits, so it's the band that goes around the waist. But if I bring that stamp in, this is where they complement. So we've got the actual die that will work with the stamp, so you can stamp it and die cut it out. But again, we've got the shoe as well. So let's just do a bit of cutting first, and then I'm just going to bring in just some of our purple cardstock, our luxury purple cardstock that we've got just here. And what I'll also just do is I'm just going to use my mini for this one because these are nice and small.
That purple cardstock we've got on the show as well, by the way. We have got various colours of this. We've got the silver, the gold, and have we got the ice blue and the carnival. So you get 10 sheets of the glitter cardstock, 10 sheets of the matte mirror, in 10 sheets of the mirror as well. So as you can see, a real great selection. And as I always talk about, and we touched on this earlier on actually, the glitter card that we've got in our collections, it's got that kind of like encapsulated glitter. So if you are one of those people who doesn't like the feel of it, or maybe you just don't like working with it because of the potential mess that you can get with glitter card, you don't get that with our card because it's all encapsulated, yet you still get the same shine and glittery blinginess. with the glitter card. It is 30 sheets for $9.99 or $15.96. Do not miss out. It is a lovely, lovely bundle. And that is on a 4 for £30 deal as well, or 4 for $42. Check the other colours. We'll show you the other colours as we go through the show, but that is the colour that Craig is currently using.
I am indeed. So what I've just done is I've just had to lay them up onto my folder of my Gemini Mini. If you are brand new to the Gemini Mini, it is just folder wise. So instead of being a plate like our junior or our large Gemini, all that I've just done is I've just popped the dies onto my cardstock and just closed my folder like so. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this one through. So it's manual. So we've got the handle just to the side. So all that I'm just going to do is I'm going to go all the way around, and we're going to keep on going, and then what will happen is that will then die cut all these little bits. So whether you've got dies or folders that actually fit this actual folder here, clear plastic folder, we're able to then get all these die cut pieces to decorate. So of course you can still be using them with your junior or your large Gemini, but because they're nice and small, it's easy just to bring in your junior and use them that way. So what I'm just going to do is pop that to the side, and then I'm just going to die cut one more of the actual shoe. So let's bring that one, and now let's also do, let's do the waistband as well. And then what we can just do, Ben, is just start to assemble this.
Lovely. Just whilst you are popping that together, just to recap on the different bundles that you can get of the creator cards, because obviously we have got the dress, but then also we've got the smart little jacket there as well. I love the card that we had a few moments ago that looked like the Jersey Boys, didn't it? It was great. So you're going to get the jacket with the stamp set here, so Father's Day, retirement, let's party, birthday, number one dad. You've then got your bottles, the bottles up stamp collection. This one's very popular in the comments actually, so all the different designs of bottles that you can make there as well. And that of course then comes with these sentiments, so beers and cheers and celebrate and save water, drink beer or drink champagne, love that. You've then got your cupcake sweet treats creator card, so you can make this beautiful cupcake slash muffin card, which also comes with these lovely stamp sentiments. So again, happy birthday, it's a cupcake guy on a day, it's a cupcake clock, and more. And remember, all these half price, and this is the one that's Craig is using right now. Be fabulous. So you get this beautiful die set with all of the different dies which Craig has shown you, and then you get the sentiments as well. So thank you. Just say I do, be fabulous, celebrate, and more. All half price, $14.99 or $19.99, and 20% off that, of course, if you're a platinum member as well.
Fabulous. Nothing stopping you from using the stamps on their own and the dies on their own, or cross them over. You can absolutely do that. So all that I've just done there is I just die cut another shoe in just the actual waist of the dress, and I've just done them in these colours just so it can really basically show you how you can start to just build up a really simple dress and how it works, the concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take these little bits just here. So what these do is these are going to create the actual bow. So I'm just going to bring in my pokey tool just here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold just within the middle there. I'm just going to lightly just hold that one, and using my pokey tool, I'm just going to just start to curve it. So we're just curling it around. So we're just going to get that shape to it. And then what I'm going to do is do exactly the same. So hold in the middle. The reason I'm holding in the middle is so that we don't snap it off, because you've got that nice little arrowed bit just within the middle. So what I'm just doing is I'm going to keep on going just so that we can start to shape it.
There's lots of love for this. I tell you what, Teresa on Facebook says, I am so happy that I tuned in today for the awesome dress dye demonstration. And Tracy on YouTube says, I want that dress dye. That would be fun while my co-workers and I watch the show Say Yes to the Dress. I've heard about that.
I've heard about that too.
Don't know. Is that the one? Is it a wedding show? Is it? Oh, Johnny knows. Johnny in the gallery is obviously a big fan of that one. Is that the one where the guy gets to choose the wedding? I caught a bit of that the other day. Oh, what's that called? Oh, Don't Tell the Bride. That was... sorry, just going off topic here. The episode that I watched was the guy... he was basically organising the wedding ceremony to be in a boxing ring. And you were just watching this and thinking... You know this is going to go wrong. What are you doing? And he got all all of the outfits that he had for the bridesmaids were like sort of cheerleader outfits and stuff. I was just watching it going, seriously, what are you doing? But anyway, that's not the show that you're referring to, is it not? No, the show is Say Yes to the Dress. But here's the thing, it is just a brilliant collection, and if it's not the dress that you want to go for, you've got the ability to go for the jacket as well. The bottles in there, of course, too. All half price today. Don't forget, $14.99 and $19.99. Take another 20% off that. It comes down to about £11, isn't it? $11.99, which is just an absolute steal. So do not miss out on these. Again, if you are shopping for a crafter, then again, don't miss out. They will love these. Also, just to mention, the Gemini Mini is on the show. Your chance to grab this. This is such a cool machine, seriously. You will see us using this time and time and time again. It is a manual die cutting machine, but it still gives you the power that you want. The manual crank there, and just the accuracy, the precision, and the cut that you want each and every time. You've got the suckers on the bottom as well, so you know you're not worried about this slipping as you're using it. And it's so portable. As a first die cutting machine, this is absolutely brilliant because you're not having to spend a huge amount of money. But it will do everything that you want it to do, and it fits through actually a lot of your standard dies too. Okay, so if you're looking at it thinking, I'm not going to be able to get many dies to that, honestly you can get a lot of your dies through this machine. You get all the plates of course with it as well, and then all of your die cutting, all of your embossing you can do very, very simply. It's also a great little machine to have, as I'm sure you know, as a sort of like an in-between machine. So if you've got maybe your Gemini or your Gemini Junior, you don't always want to turn to your electronic machine, maybe you don't need to always turn to that. Maybe you want to do some crafting, I don't know. Next time you go on holiday, you want to take your embossing and die cutting machine with you. Maybe as the weather gets better, you want to go out in the garden and do some crafting. You've got the ability to do that with this. And it's on a great deal today as well. $26.99 or $40.45. Another 20% off that as well if you're a Platinum member. Just to tip you towards the paper pack as well that we've got, the Autumn Card and Paper Pack. That is very, very busy as well. 100 sheets of paper for you there in all of these beautiful colours. Again, we've kind of themed it as autumn, but you look through all the colours there, you'll see that you'll be able to use those year round as well. 2/3 of the stock has gone. I'm not surprised. $5.99 for 100 sheets or $9.99, and it's also on a 2 for £10 or $16 deal. So again, fill up your baskets. That's what Cartload is all about. Big deals, low prices, shop whilst items are here because things will sell out. Already had sellouts at the top of the show. Right, let's get back over that side and finish off the demo. I can't remember where you were up to.
So I just started to just curve the actual bow. So all that I just done using the glue. So just again, it's always just a tacky glue. I just popped a little bit within the center and just pulled that one over. So you can see we start to get that nice little dinky bow just there. And then what I'm going to do again is onto these tiny little bits here. So these are the little tails of the bow. I'm just putting just a little bit of our tacky glue once again, and I'm just going to cross it over. So I'm just crossing, and I'm always using my pokey tool for this one, because they are small and dinky, but it's what adds to the effect of your actual best dress. So I'm just holding it for a second, and then let's bring in the next one, and I'm just going to fold that one over again. You can use your hot glue if you wanted to. You can also use your glue gel as well, but of course with glue gel you do just need to let that dry for a wee bit. And then once I'm kind of happy with that, that's just needing just a little bit longer. So let's just bring that one in. Let's pop a little bit more glue just into there, and then what we'll just do is just start to assemble it.
Fred171 on YouTube says, I love to add lace and ribbons to this dress card. Yeah, you can use the tip that Craig was saying a little bit earlier on and cut out all the little bits of ribbon and lace from your partner's dresses and stuff, can't you? That was the tip earlier, wasn't it? Or did I dream that? No, it was. Laura on Facebook says, don't tell the bride, it's just wow. I do like when the groom has nice and quirky taste. Well, as I say, Laura, I only saw the one episode, and honestly I was
yeah.
No, I did.
Both you and Johnny seem to know a lot about these shows. Johnny, he's recounting actual episodes. He watches it a lot. I just happened to stumble in on it. Who was watching it? I can't remember. Anyway,
And Robbie says, love, love, love my Mini. Can't wait to get my MIDI. Yes, I have the junior and the large one too. They all serve a purpose. Gotta have them all, says Robbie. That is true, isn't it? All the machines do have a purpose, but the point is, lots of people like to go for the whole family, Craig, don't they?
They do, absolutely they do. You know, they like to use them. They all got their own uses. You have them nicely sitting, whether it's on top of your Gemini Junior, your large Gemini, or side by side. It looks really smart when we see the pictures on social media of all your machines together. So all that I've just done there is I just popped a band within the middle. I really am keeping this one very simple to show you the concept. We've just popped the shoes just to the side of them, just for that bit of decoration. Then all that I'm going to do is just maybe towards the top. You do kind of get like that neckband design that you can then die cut and pop along the top as well. But simply just by 2 die cuts of our cardstock, pattern paper, and these little embellishments, what it can then do is just create this really quick card. And I'm saying card, but again, that could be an invite if you wanted to. You know, if you're going to do invites for parties once we're allowed more and more people around. But then don't just think of them just like that. Put them on top of your cards. So use them as tops of your cards, use them as toppers. But then just die cut a few of them like I've done to start with the white card and emboss it. Bring in your embossing folders. You know, you can do these too, or you know, of course, keep it really quite simple, bringing in the stamp sets and that as well with your Centura Pearl. If you use Centura Pearl, you really don't need to do anything else to it. It just looks all elegant. So either using it on its own or of course popping it onto your card blanks.
I say yes to your dress.
Well, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
I will get Bernie to make one just like that for you.
Thank you so much, and I shall wear it on one of the Christmas shows this year. You've got to do a lot of the shows over the Christmas period, so maybe I will. Maybe I'll get dressed up in one of me special dresses this Christmas. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Oh yes, I will.
Oh, no you won't.
You probably will. Just want to keep tabs on these creator cards which are proving very, very popular. This Decadent Snowflakes collection, half the stock of that has gone. $5.99 or $9.18. Last chance saloon on that. Should be 15 quid or $22.95. So you've got a huge saving on that. Get it whilst you can. Right, just want to touch on, because we touched on the Mini, which I know lots of you were going for. These embossing folders are obviously designed to work with your Mini, and these are just so cool. I love them. You are going to get with the collection, your Christmas one, this one here. So this is your celebrations borders. So again, you get the sort of Christmas ornaments, Christmas baubles if you like, and then all of those presents there as well. It's really cool for the fact because you've got like 2 little mini embossing folders in each pack as well, which is just brilliant. This one is the vine borders. Again, you've got that beautiful vine there, and then here, just can't quite see for the packaging, but you've got like Christmas presents, you've got the reindeer on there as well, bit of mistletoe, absolutely gorgeous in that collection, which is part of the 6-piece collection. You've then got Santa's list, which I love that. Dear Santa, so great, you know, for writing down all of those little things, bits and pieces that perhaps you want to go for this Christmas. You've then got the Festive Noel. This is all of those beautiful musical notes, the crotchets and quavers. You've got the treble clef in there and snowflakes. Absolutely love that. Then you've got 2 more within this set. This is the snow borders. So there you've got the kind of snowflakes, and then with that you've got your icicles. So I guess if you had it that way, now I can never remember. Stalactites and stalagmites. Stalactites, up, down, I can't remember which is which, but anyway, whichever way you go, you've got stalactites and stalagmites. And then you have got your snowflake splendor. Take a look at that. It is beautiful. So it says it's a 6-piece collection, but really, actually, you're getting 1, 2, 3 embossing folders there, but then there's like mini embossing folders in the others, so you're getting 2, 4, 6, so it's kind of like you're getting 9, really. 9 embossing folders for $11.96. And of course, don't forget, with this particular collection, you buy 4, you get 2 free. I say you buy 4,
you get 2 at no additional cost to yourself.
Didn't really like that. I liked it when
Doesn't
we did
work,
it.
doesn't it?
Didn't really.
You weren't expecting it, were you?
Yeah.
I know he wasn't. I know he wasn't. Was he? I'm telling you, he wasn't. I know. What can you do? I know.
That's not the way we rehearsed it. He's just doing a bit of improv. I didn't really like it. Amateurs. moving swiftly on, let's show you the Gemini Everyday Embossing Folder collection. Again, 6-piece collection, so this is brilliant, right? So within this particular collection, you have got Happy Birthday. Next up, this one here is your Polka Dot Hearts. Take a look at that. I mean, that is just a smile and an embossing folder right there, isn't it? All those beautiful hearts that you've got available. Now, also within this collection, not just your standard embossing folders, but 3D embossing folders as well. Quite hard to show. If I just turn that around, you get a bit more of an idea. That's your Decadent lacer, giving you that deeper emboss on that one, which comes with this collection. You're then also going to receive your geometric florals. Again, take a look at that. Beautiful, beautiful designs on there. Then you've got 2 more 3D embossing folders. This one here is your Botanical Swirl. Again, if I just turn that around, look at that beautiful design that you're going to get in that 3D deeper emboss. And then last, but by no means least, you are also going to get your Queen of Hearts. And again, if I just turn that around again, you've got sort of that lattice, that sort of trellis design joined with those beautiful hearts. Once you've got that in your embossing in your die cutting and embossing machine, that emboss is just going to look absolutely gorgeous. So again, with that, what a buy. You've got 3 3D embossing folders and then 3 of your standard embossing folders, all to work in conjunction, of course, with your Mini specifically. And for $11.96, that is absolute monster of a deal. $13.80, and again, 20% off that if you're a Platinum member. I mean, it's bonkers prices, really, isn't it? That's what this Cartload is all about. And the way this works out, actually, if you think about it, you buy 4, you get 2 free. I said, you buy 4, you get 2 free. So there you go, get them whilst you can. And the reason to show you this in such great detail is because I think we're going to have a look at a few of them over at Craig's side right now. Which one are you going to show us?
So we're going to go through a selection of these embossing folders using our Gemini Mini, because it is Gemini, it's got the name on it, so it just lets you know it's got the same amount of power as the large one. It's obviously on a smaller scale and it's manual. So what we're going to do is, let's go through a few things. So I've got some basic cardstock and I've got some different texture cardstocks just to the side of me. So let's go through a few of them. So let's just start with even just, let's go for a bit black card and then just show you how you get so much depth within them. So what I'm going to do with this one is let's take our, I think it was the Decadence. So with our embossing folder, just like you would know already with any embossing folders, all that I'm just going to do is just sandwich the actual folder in with the cardstock. And then because this is a 3D embossing folder, all that you need to do is just pop it straight through. Nothing else, no shims, no plates, no plastic shim, nothing at all. And then I'm just going to just grab a hold of it, and then I'm just holding it, I'm just popping my hand at the top, and I'm just going to work my way around. So just turning it, and then as this comes round the other edge, I'm going to be able to see how we've got, there's all that embossed detail, but what I'm going to do, just so we can make that really, really clear, I'm just going to bring in just a bit of gilding wax, because I want you to see that although it's our Gemini Mini, the depth that you get from that embossed detail is absolutely incredible. It's just the same amount of depth and detail as if you were to pop this through your large Gemini or your Gemini Junior or even your Midi. But don't forget, what you can still do as well is these will go through your bigger machines too. So although they're ideally for your Gemini Mini size-wise, it will not stop you from using them in your other machines too. So I'm going to, if I go that way from up above,
yes,
and then I'm going to tip it just forward. Now look at the depth. So again, it's 3D. So you've got all that depth. Nothing's been lost just because it's a Gemini Mini. It's the same amount of pressure. It's just obviously on a smaller scale, and of course it is manual. So what I'm going to do is let's go into that one that says Happy Birthday for this one here, and then let's take a bit of that luxury cardstock once again. So all that I'm going to do is let's just trim that down slightly, a wee bit more. Done with my scissors. So we're just going to just trim this one down, and we're going to pop it through. Now obviously our folders are able to go straight through. This is where you can do your die cut, and like we've done earlier on, where you're just going to use the plastic folder. Show you that again just in shortly. So again, we're just sandwiching that through. So we're just going to pop that one in, bringing in our Mini as well. So I'm just going to sit it just like so. Now because it's not a 3D one, what you do need is the plastic shim which comes with it as well. So that's just going to, it's kind of like bulking it out slightly. So all that you're just going to do is just pop your folder either underneath or on top, either one or the other, and then you're just going to just run that one through. So we're just running it through, and then all that I'm just going to do is just keep going all the way through, and then when I lift this one up, so I'm just going to then just peel that one off, and then we're going to go, so if I then I'm going to tip it, hopefully we can tip it.
Yes.
So that is just a normal traditional style embossing folder. So I'm going to then bring in one of the other 3D ones. Can't remember the name of this one, but this one, it's not one of the Christmas ones. It was from that set, from the Everyday. So acetate on the 3D embossing folder. So again, sandwich that all the way through, and then because it is 3D, it just means that you don't need to add any additional plate or anything at
Botanical
all.
Swirls.
That'll be what it is. It's exactly what it is.
Yep.
And then if I bring this one in, now I know obviously acetate is so much harder to see, but the point is I want you to kind of be able to see how, although you can't get the design through, my point of this one is to show you can still be embossing onto your acetates. Although it's a mini, doesn't mean that you can't do anything like your actual acetates. Let's bring in Vellum for this one here. So let's bring in one of the other folders. Tell you what, let's also do, I'm going to lean over, so bear with me a second. I'm just waiting to get a water reactive ink pad.
Okay.
So I'm just getting here right over, and then I want to show you how all these techniques that you know and love for the Junior, the large Gemini, you can still do with the Mini. So let's just bring in just a piece of what I would say normal cardstock. So let's just go in for a bit of white smooth cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in the folder. So again, another 3D one, because the 3D ones really show this off really nicely. Again, I'm just going to go over the top with my ink pad. So with this one, just in case you wonder, it's Plum Jam. It's not a specific finished card I'm going to be making. It's just to show the concept of this one. Either use your blending tools to go over the top or your Spectrum Noir roller tool. You could be using that. But again, we're just going to close that one over, and we're just going to sandwich it. Bringing in our Mini, still a 3D embossing folder, so no additional plate. So we're just going to roll that one through. So we're just going to keep on going, and then what we're doing is if I then lift this one,
oh yes.
That. Now look at you, this is when it really shows off the detail as well. You were to pop this one through the large Gemini right now, you would get the exact same impression, the exact same look as you would do with the Mini. You're not losing any power whatsoever. And it all held in place because it's got these suctions on the bottom there. So even then our glass mat, so I'm just making sure that my glass mat is loose, and you can see just here that it really does hold that weight. If you've got a glass mat at home, you know exactly, how substantial the weight of the glass mat is, and it holds it no problem at all. To release it, just tip it forward. We've done the embossing. You've seen in the last demo with the dress, it does the die cutting as well. Any die cuts that are wafer thin, doesn't just have to be ours, any out there, as long as it fits in the folder, the plastic folder that you get with it. Where is it? Just here. Then it's just going to go through no problem at all.
There we go, fantastic. That Everyday Embossing Folder 6-piece collection, very popular, $11.96 or $13.80. Just staying on the Creator Card theme, which we've been talking a lot about today. We've got the Creator Card Decadent Snowflakes, which is proving really, really popular indeed. These are so handy, cut and embossed dies, so you can get your cut-ins, your layers, your mats. It is just such a versatile die, and that one is gorgeous. If you're looking to create a really, really top of the mill sort of Christmas card this year, that's a brilliant one to go for. 60% of the stock of that have gone, $5.99 or $9.18. We've then got your Art Deco. Again, same sort of thing here, that it gives you so much versatility, this, for mats and layers, for creating one-off beautiful cards. And this one is now limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means
it soon won't be seen.
There you go. So grab that whilst you can. The Decadent, the Art Deco, $5.99. I'm not surprised. £9 off that. $11 off it if you're in the States. And then you've also got the Dream Catcher, and this is gorgeous. Also limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means
it soon won't be seen.
So there you go, once again, everything that the other two did and more, but the beautiful design that you've got on that is gorgeous. $5.99 or $9.18. Last chance on all of those, right? Once they are gone, they are gone. Right, next up, let's talk shaker cards, because these are awesome. Right, next up, this is your Time to Shine shaker card. All the elements that you need to pop together these amazing cards. I love a shaker card. So easy when you've got sets like this to be able to put them together. Should be, right, $29.98 or $39.90, but you get the Time to Shine, and you also get your Love Always for £11 or $15.50. That is bonkers. It really, truly is. So the beautiful star, the beautiful heart, it is, like producer Tony just said, almost like we're giving it away. Why don't we just do that? I mean, seriously, low prices on those. So if you want to grab those, all 26 elements for £11 or $15.50. Then also within the shaker card sort of range, if you like, hang on a minute, let me put that back on there. You have got your Christmas window. I absolutely love this. Take a look at this Christmas window collection. It is absolutely gorgeous. Again, you get all of the elements that you need to build up this beautiful Christmas window. You can obviously use it as the the shaker card effect as well, and then you get all of the stamps there as well, with the Christmas tree, the little roaring fireplace there as well. Merry Christmas, Winter Wishes, Let It Snow, and more. That is your Christmas window, and not only that, you're getting this as well for 11 quid. Both of them, let me just make that straight, that one and that one for £11. And this is brilliant, isn't it? This is celebrate the season. You've got a glass of your favourite tipple, whatever it might be, build it up into a fabulous shaker card. And I love the sentiments on here as well. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. You've also got celebrate the season, friends make the season merry. That's great, isn't it? Love that collection again. Both of those for £11 or $15.50, should be £30 or $40. You'd be happy at that price. At this price, oh, you probably are raising a glass. Don't miss out on those. Get them whilst you can. Let's just show you some more pictures, because we've got lots of goodies to show you. You can see all of these on the web, of course. But listen, if you're wanting to really glitter things up, we have got some beautiful glitters on the website. So the 6-pack of metals here, 6 pots of your ultra fine glitter. Take a look at all of those gorgeous colours, your silvers, your whites, your golds, your rose golds in there as well. $7.99 or $9.56. It's a 20% saving on that collection. Then we've got your essentials as well. Really beautiful colours in here. Love that green, gorgeous red in there too. Some perfect colours for the Christmas season in there. If you're still on your Christmas makes, $7.99 or $9.56 is the price on the essentials. And then we've got these jewels. If you like those, you will love these. Look again at all of those beautiful colours that you're going to receive in that collection. It is 6 of those 15-gram pots. Remember, that will go a long way, and those colours you're going to absolutely love. If you love your glitters, if you want to add some sparkalicious bling to your projects this time around, then go for those. $7.99 is your price. We're going to have a look at those shaker cards actually. As always, we're almost halfway through the show. It's flying by, so just a reminder, if you do want to get in touch, if you want to comment on anything, if you want to ask anything, if you want to see anything in particular, then you can get in touch on Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to send us any pictures, we always love to see. If you've got any of the sets that we're showing you on this Cartload and you've made any projects, send in your pictures please. We would love to see them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is the email address. Right, it is time to shake it.
Well, I don't know about that, but it is time to shine, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to show you how to actually create and construct one of these shaker dies. So what we're going to do straight away is show you just a couple of ideas just quickly from a few of them. So this is the one that we're going to focus on, which is the star. So you can see there, it's all about the shaker. We'll get that center, but I'm going to give that a tap to get that to shake. which clearly it's not playing ball today, so we'll put that to the side. But then there we go. You get the idea. We'll show you the idea in a moment. You've got the shaker from your champagne, your cocktail glass, or we've got the heart as well. So this is the kind of idea, the concept, either putting them straight into your card, or it could be separate ones. So what we're doing is going to take the die set. So from these ones, you get stamps to go with it that work in conjunction with the sentiment within the die. This one says shine. So if I just take this one off, so I'm just going to peel that one straight off. So you've got that sentiment, you've got all these additional little stars. So these can then be accents, they could even be embellishments, or even then it could be the shaker element of your card. You've got additional components as well. But what we're going to focus on to start with is the two dies. So you've got your two star dies, great for mats and layers on their own or tags. But what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in a bit of silver mirror card from one of our luxury sets, and we'll go and bring in a bit of the purple glitter just so that you can see the difference of front and back. So what I'm going to do to start with is I want to create the back of the shaker element. So I'm just going to die cut the larger square, and we're just going to pop that one through the Gemini. So I'll go through the junior, the midi and the daddy Gemini for these ones. A lot of the smaller ones will go through the mini as well.
Is that the official name of the big one, the daddy?
It's just something that I've always called it for well, quite a number of years. Yeah, the daddy Gemini.
Daddy Gemini.
Yeah, obviously it can be mother's Gemini, you know, but call it the daddy Gemini.
Yeah, I get you. I hear you.
So there is our star, what we've just done. So this is going to be the back of the star. You can see there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that star in once again, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring in the insert star as well. Do these bits separately if you want to. I know that if I tape this die nice and secure, the dies will be absolutely fine. But again, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pop them into place, and I'm then just going to tape them just by securing them. And because it is our glitter card and it's our shadless glitter card, what I'm still just going to do is bring in my metal shim for this one.
Okay.
So I tend to use my metal shim for glitter card or acetate. So other than the metal shim, it's plastic, magnetic, and then top cut and plate. And then we're going to run that one through as well.
Just on the glitter card, Michelle's asking, do embossing folders work well with the glitter card?
They do indeed. Yes, you can do. They especially work really well with ours or any other shadless glitter card. Ours is shadless, so absolutely no problem at all. If you are into your crafting when it comes to, you know, your not your die cutting machines, your electronic cutting machines, anything like that, again, because it's shadless, you'll be fine. You can use it for that as well.
Brilliant.
So what I'm doing is if I take these ones away, so we've got that insert of that little star there. We don't actually need on this occasion. You could be using it elsewhere.
I put that on my dressing room door.
You could do it, yeah. Well, you see, no, I'm not putting that on your dressing room door.
No?
It's too small.
Ah, you!
Far too small. You need a huge, large one. So then this is the one that we want. It's kind of like the aperture part of your star. So then what I'm just going to do is, there's two things that you can do. We need now a piece of acetate to sit on the back. So you can either just add your red liner tape round the back, which we're away to do just now, and then you can either die cut the acetate yourself using that larger die, or with the star, because it's a relatively straightforward shape, I would tend to just freehand cut all the way round. So we would do that if I can find the edge of this one, which is here. So I'm going to just go around with my red liner tape when it comes to the star. What you could also do is if you have got your double-sided adhesive sheets, then you could have then popped your cardstock on top of one of them first, then die cut it, then that just enables you to then just peel the backing off, and it's all nice and sticky for you, good to go. And what I'm going to do is always add your adhesives all the way around, but just for time and speed, I'm only going to do it on a few of these bits. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these off. So just taking the backing off of these ones just here. So peeling them off, I've got the acetate just to the side of me or just underneath there ready to go. So this is what I mean by you could either bring in that large star die again, so bringing in this larger one, and you could die cut that using your metal plate again into your acetate, so that would give you the perfect star cut for your acetate, and that's what's then going to sit on the back of your aperture star. However, because as I was saying, it's a relatively simple shape, I would then just pop it straight on, and then what I would then just do is exactly what I'm doing, just go around with my scissors and just follow the outside of the star and trim it away. And then you don't even need to be as neat underneath because you're not going to see this part. So we're just going to work our way in there. So we're just going to snip all these little bits away. And then what I'm going to do as well is, just to the side of me, I've got our foam tape, so our foam on a roll tape. And this is what's quite essential when it comes to creating your shaker cards. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do these in little segments. So I'm going to just snip these away.
Yeah.
Now our foam on a roll, you'll see it just fits and no more. So what I would always say when it comes to these ones here, just snip little components off, because you've got obviously the length of each star arm. And then what I would just do is just snip up the middle just to make it that wee bit thinner. And then what I would just do is just add that all the way around. So just ensuring each time that you come and add the next bit of foam tape or foam on a roll, we're just making sure that we've got that pressed right up against the other piece. And that's just going to enable us and ensure us that what we pop into the middle, which is actually, I'm going to pop some of the glitter that you were just showing a moment ago.
Lovely.
And then that will be the shaker element of our star.
Is glitter the shaker item of choice? I mean, what's the best thing? Is glitter the best thing, I suppose, is the question.
So you'll tend to find so many people instantly, naturally just veer towards glitter when it comes to shaker cards or shaker embellishments. However, what I do like to do as well, if you've got things like your sea salt, if you've used your sea salt, for your Spectrum Noir ink techniques or sparkle techniques, where we lay down the colour and then we come along with grains of thick salt, coarse salt, and because that the colour soaks up the salt, or the salt soaks up the colour, leave that, keep a hold of it, and then use it as your shaker elements.
Oh, I love that idea.
But then you've got, die cut pieces, you've got things on the market like micro beads, all these little fine beads that you can be using for your shaker cards. So don't just think about it being your glitters, think of what else that you could pop within the middle of in this case, your star. So just working our way there, Ben, just to finish off these bits.
Some lovely comments coming in today. Craig, you are a jewel, says Diana. That's nice, isn't it?
Oh, that's lovely.
Fred171 says, Ben is a superstar.
He absolutely is.
What's going on with all these comments?
I know.
Brilliant. This is great. This is another one here. Randy says, Ben, I love your laugh. I mean, what's brought all this on? All this love.
I know, it's all this love for us.
Seriously, there is a lot of love on Cartload today. Keep these coming in. I could read these all afternoon. This is amazing. Thank you. And also keeping the questions coming as well. Anything that you want to ask whilst we're seeing these demos, anything that particularly you want to see, then do ask. Now is the time to ask, because you've got us live for just over another hour to get all of those questions coming in. Lily J. Craft on Facebook has just said, what is the best glue or way of sticking... Oh, this is something different, but can I ask you this? If it's... Yeah, I'll ask you.
Go for it.
What is the best glue or way of sticking vellum onto embossed vellum? I tried to use what Craig did last show, but having issues with me corners.
So when it comes to vellum, I always tend to use our tacky glue. Now the thing with vellum, the trick with vellum is disguising the glue. Now if you've got a really good quality vellum, what will happen sometimes is you'll actually not see any of the adhesive on the back, which is great. But some vellums you will find that you'll see the adhesive coming through. So it's all about hiding it. So for instance, if you're wanting to pop a square of vellum onto your card blank or onto your mats and layers, just pop 4 little dots of our tacky glue in each corner, hold it in place, and then maybe in each corner, if the glue is visible, pop a gem into each corner. Or if you're going to have a topper within the middle of your card blank, then what to do is pop the adhesive on the back of your vellum where your topper is going to be.
Lovely.
So you're going to stick it down, and then your topper, your image, your stamp impression is going to go on top. So then therefore that's going to cover your tape, your foam pads, whatever adhesive. So it's just all about just finding the ways in which you can disguise any of the little adhesives that can still be seen throughout the vellum.
There you go. Lovely, brilliant stuff. Love this as well, just talking about the different things you can put inside your shaker cards. Fred171 says, cupcake sprinkles work in the shaker cards too. Yeah, like your hundreds and thousands. I think that's what we still call them over here, isn't it? That is a brilliant idea. I love that. Make a great sound as well when you shake them.
It would do, yeah. And then something like that, because it is, you know, they are delicious and jam-packed full of sugar, you know, that they are, you know, they're literally going to last a long time. Obviously, I wouldn't eat them after a wee while, but because of actually the product, you know, they're going to stay within that shaker part. And yeah, a lot of good noises you're going to get from these ones.
And I'll tell you what, Carol has asked a question which you are about to answer as we get to this point of the demo. Because Carol says, how do you keep the shaker contents from sticking to the side of the foam?
Rightio, here we go, we're going to just show you.
Carol, good timing.
So many people, and this is not saying that it's the wrong way, it is not absolutely, it's what you feel comfortable doing. So many people, I've taken the backing off, many will now start to just pop your glitters, your you know, your sea salt, you know, your hundreds and thousands in the middle, and then this is when it could jump out and then stick to your foam. So what I do is I go onto the actual backing, so this is the back bit. So I'm just taking our glitter, this one is from the jewel set just here, so I'm going to pop a bit of glitter. When it comes to shaker cards and glitter and acetate, a bit like masterclass earlier on, what I would tend to do is use our anti-static bag, and then that would just gets wiped over your acetate, and then that'll stop it being a bit staticky. But as well as doing our glitter, just because we were talking about it, I had some of our rock salt just at the side of me just here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm even just going to pop just a little bit just within the middle just there. And then what I'm just going to do is just with my finger, I'm just going to flatten that down, but I want to ensure that I don't get any of the glitter or rock salt, you know, around that fine edges, because obviously that's where our adhesive from our foam roll is going to go. So then what I'm going to do is now, I just find it easier now, so I can go straight on. I don't need to worry about the rock salt, the glitter, the microbeads, the hundreds or thousands now jumping and sticking to my foam on a roll. I can place, and I'm going to try not to stick my head right in the way, I'm just going to look at a bit of an angle. I'm going to lay that over the top, and then once I'm happy, I'm going to press, and then press that one down, and then we've now got our shaker element. So then that can go, you know, that could be a tag if you wanted to, or let's just take, so I've just folded this over at 5 inches, so just even a card blanket, say 5 by 5, of course it could be any size. Bring in pattern paper if you wanted to, or it could even be, if I've done with my glue, it could even be you know, your larger cards, your smaller cards, concept cards, but then just pop a bit of adhesive on into here. And then what I would just do is just pop that into the middle. Again, you would do a little bit of matting and layering to it, but it gives you the effect of your shaker. So whether obviously it is the star or from, you know, it could be like the heart that we've done. So it could be standalone, so they're standing, you know, proud on the front of your card. You could do it so it's nestled onto the back of your cardstock. Go across onto our YouTube, because we do have ideas and demonstrations using them just there. Equally, think of cards, think of tree decorations as well. You know, kiddies' tree, make their shaker element, pop it on the tree. So much fun that you could be doing with these ones.
Just brilliant, lovely. Thank you so much. And Carol said, I really like the salt idea that we just saw there as well. Just brilliant, isn't it? Great that you can ask us the questions and then we can give you the answer straight away. That's what we're here for, all about the inspiration. Just want to show you some of the cardstock which Craig was using in that last demo here. This, I really loved the luxury cardstock packs that we do, because you're going to get 30 sheets. We've got all the different colours, but this is the purple, which we saw just a snapshot of a few moments ago. So you're getting 10 sheets of each here. I think our glitter card is fantastic because you get that wonderful sparkle of the glitter, but of course it's all encapsulated, so it's not going to shed, it's not going to go everywhere. And if you are one of those people who doesn't like the feel of it, you don't have to worry. This is, of course, your mirror card. Again, absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got your sort of more matte mirror in here as well. 10 sheets of that. Look at that. Really luxurious, isn't it? The kind of feel to that. But 10 sheets of each gives you the 30 sheets for $9.99 or $15.95. It's also on an NE4 for £30 or $42. We've then also got your silver. And once again, this is made up of 10 sheets of the glitter, 10 sheets of the mirror, 10 sheets of the matte mirror. Look at that sparkle of the glitter card. I mean, that is just gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, if you can, go for that deal where you get 4 for 30, because you'll come back to this time and time and time again. I think your glitter card, I think your mirror card just really adds to your projects, doesn't it? It gives you that bling, it gives you that standout quality when you're using that, particularly on your cards this Christmas as well. Love that. $9.99 or $15.95 for the 30 sheets, and on a 4 for $30 or $42. Now, just want to show you these stamps very quickly because these are coming up a little bit later on. Gorgeous, these collage stamps. Take a look at these. We just gave a little nod to these at the start of the show. Half price again, loads of half price deals on the show for you today, but absolutely wonderful. 49 elements included within this collection, and this is your Heartfelt Wishes. Again, take a look at this. Love the fact that you've got these really big, beautiful, detailed stamps here. In this case, this gorgeous flower, but then you've got the wonderful script here as well, which is again great for maybe, you know, having that sort of background effect. More flowers to build up here and some wonderful sentiments included on there as well. Next within this collection, you have got your feathered friend. Again, look at that beautiful bird amongst the foliage, amongst the beautiful flowers. You get the background included there as well, so it's a great way to be able to build up that collage, to build up that wonderful effect. And there's just so much versatility that you've got. Nice big stamps as well for you to get your pens into and get colouring with. This is gorgeous. You're born to fly. Look at that again, this wonderful bird. Love the script as well, the music that you've got, the stays, all the notes on there. Life is too short to wait, and you were born to fly. And again, like we saw a little bit earlier on actually with the peacock, you've got all those different feathers so you can build up your designs very quickly and very easily. Look at this next one. The flower on that is gorgeous. Cherish every moment. Again, beautiful big stamps, plenty of room for you there to get colouring, get inking with as well. Beautiful flourishes, and I love that sort of cracked glass effect on the bottom there as well. Friends like you are precious and few. You are so special to me. And then last but by no means least, your beautiful peony. Once again, gorgeous sort of main image of that beautiful flower, wonderful sentiments, and then you've got your sort of background stamp as well there, that sort of trellis effect which you can build up to. $24.97 or $37.37 for that collection. It is half price. So many half price deals. It's a great day to be shopping with us here at Crafters TV because you have got some wonderful, wonderful bargains. Like this next set, I really love them. I love them a lot. It is the builder characters, just in time for Christmas as well. These are so cute. This is the polar bear, elf, and penguin trio. There's 20 elements included within this collection. So you've got the dies and the stamps included as well to basically be able to build up, in this case, your little elf there, look, with a little bell, little elfie hat on. I absolutely love it. Love the idea again of like crafting with the kids. I know I always say this, I paint a bad picture of my kids, but they get ever so excited before Christmas, and they're hard to control with the level of excitement. So you have to find things for them to do, get them crafting, and these are the kind of sets that they're going to absolutely love crafting with, because you know, if you want to, you can cut out all of the bits, and then they can, you know, build their own characters, whether it be with the cardstock, you know, maybe with felt as well. You can get them building up their own little characters. I really, really love this collection. This is a little penguin that you're going to get here. Your friendship makes winter warm. Ah, he's included. And then you're also going to get your fantastic little polar bear as well. So once again, all of the elements that you can die cut to create your little polar bear. He's got his little scarf. Look at his little heart on his tummy there too. And they just work absolutely beautifully on your card projects. And as I said, for building little characters, maybe little decorations as well. But I just think the kids will love crafting with you when you have a set like this. So all of that for $17.98 or $25.42. Nice and easy to get to grips with as well, these kits, which we're going to see just now with Craig. Who's your favourite out of the three? The polar bear, the penguin, or the elf?
Oh, it's got to be the penguin.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, you know, one of the reasons as to why that's what we're going to show you. We're going to demonstrate how to use. I'm going to do a bit, not necessarily a cheat, but it's another way of doing it. So you can be using your colour cardstock, you know, to be doing the layering up, you know, with obviously it's the penguins or even the elf or that. But then there's some of the layers. What to do is just use white cardstock and then colour it in with your tri-blends or classics, and that's what we're going to do. So these will all go through your Gemini Mini. So I've got my Mini just here, so I'm just going to bring in my plastic folder. So what I'm going to do with the penguin straight away is we're going to do the back of the penguin. So with the penguin being black, we can start that one off. So we're just going to run this one through. Let's just take my scissors. Now, of course, if you use either the Gemini Junior or even the larger Gemini, you can do all of these layers pretty much in a oneer. But of course, you know, something like that, it's not something that you want to do quickly. You know, you want to take your time, you want to enjoy it, you want to, again, as Ben was saying, if you're doing it with the kids, you know, just enjoy it, take your time and have some fun. So we're just done that first one now, so we've started to get the body of the penguin.
Yep.
So let's pop that one to the side. And then what I'm going to do is let's bring the next part in of the penguin, which is going to be the inner part. So let's just pop that one through as well.
Lots of love for these characters. Susie T says these characters are so cute. And Kim says, OMG, I'm going to get the build a character set. These would be so much fun with the grandchildren. That's what I'm telling you. Honestly, think you'll have a great time with these. These are the kind of things that the kids will get drawn to when you're crafting. And it's great, isn't it, to keep them busy. You know, get the craftiness going with them as well, because they'll be, once you've done the cutting for them, you know, they'll be very then easily sticking these together, creating their own little characters, building their own scenes. I think it's a great thing to do on the lead up to Christmas. I think it'll be brilliant.
It's such a good thing. And think about it as well, maybe pop Velcro on the back of them, and then you can start to have your own wee scenes, play with your own scenes, you know, give them, you know, some of your cardstock, and then the Mini, you're there crafting with them, you know, and it just, you know, it's well, if you're using your Junior, your large Gemini, they're using the Mini, and then they feel involved, you know, there's like, oh gosh, I get to play with mummy or daddy or granddad's Gemini range, you know, it's so good, and you'll see them just come alive, obviously, to the ideas, because what we have as adults, idea-wise, is totally different. Well, sometimes it's different with kids. My ideas, you know, Ben's saying obviously kids at Christmas time. He's never worked with me at Christmas time, that's for sure.
I can't wait.
You know, just saying, think I'm bad now. Just you wait.
I can't wait to do some shows at Christmas time, because I do love Christmas and I love a Christmas jumper, and I've no doubt that you've got a fair few in your wardrobe. So I think if you and I get some shows together over the Christmas period, it's going to be a bit of a Christmas jumper off. I bet you've got a few, haven't you?
I've got a few. Yeah. I've got a few. Yeah, I do as well. I've got quite a few of. I'm going to say the brand. You know, the Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah.
Can't always wear that one. So I'll maybe wear them for like my social media posts and that as well. But yeah, other than that, I've got quite a few other Christmas jumpers. So yeah, I think we'll be having a jumper.
When are we starting to wear those? Is it 1st of December? Just to double check.
Yeah, I need to check. Yeah, you know, I occasionally wear one on a one-off here, you know, if we've got a full-on Christmas themed show. But yeah, just you wait till, let's say, the 1st of December, and it'll be all out when it comes to Christmas, that's for sure. So there is the body of our penguin, already good to go. Just a bit of black and white, and that's really, really simple. Then we have got our next die here. So this is one die, however, within them you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 individual elements. So what you're getting is the scarf. So that is the backdrop of the scarf. You're getting the detail of the scarf, but then you're also getting, you know, the woolly hat as well. So this is what you would then do, is die cut this multiple times in different coloured cardstock.
Yeah.
Or just bring in some of your Nina cardstock, like this one is that I'm using, and then what I'm just going to do is just cut this all through within our white Nina cardstock. And just at the side of me, I have got my tri-blends. Of course, it could be aqua pens, or, you know, it could be anything like your classics, any other colour medium that you've got. And then this is one as well, if, again, although I'm saying not to rush, but if you don't have that time, you don't have the cardstock to do them individually, then being able to colour them yourself is really good too. So what I'm just going to do is, let's take all these little wee bits out. So there's the scarf, there's the hat for the penguin. So let's take all these bits out of the way now. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to start to colour the penguin. Now I'm going to be, just as a bit of a guide, I'm going to use the penguin that's already on the packaging just here. But of course, you can be doing it any colourways that you want. So let's just take a bit of blue. So just in case, you know, if you're wondering for those what I'm using the True Blue blends for this one. So let's just go onto the deeper end. I'm not doing blending, I'm not doing shading that you know and love for the tri-blend range. I'm just simply going in with the one colour. We're just laying that one down. So this could be our luxury cardstock, you know, it could be our Centura Pearl, or even our texture cardstock. And what I love about these ones is these are what I would class as our bit box range. You know how you've got loads of tiny little bits of cardstock left over that you don't want to throw out, but then you don't know really what else to do with. This is going to be great to do your build of characters.
I love Carol's idea as well, actually, just talking about getting the kids and the grandkids involved and, you know, talking about cutting out all of the different bits and pieces. Carol says, I've got the polar bear, so I'm going to cut out a bunch of parts and give my grandkids baggies of parts so that they can make their own bears and make tree ornaments out of them. And the other thing as well is once if you like, I suppose, you know, cut out loads of the different bits and pieces, you know, from all of the characters, I reckon the kids will have fun kind of making their own character. You know what I mean? Making different characters. You know, seeing what they can come up with, putting the different faces on the different animals, and just having the, you know, the time of their life. I think they'll really, really enjoy that. And I love the idea, Carol, of making tree ornaments out of them as well. I think that's really cute. Really good idea.
Such a good idea as well. And you know, now when it comes to Christmas trees and that, obviously I know it's usually a family occasion, you do the tree nut together, but how many little kiddies as well like to have their own Christmas tree? Yeah. You know, and let me tell you, when I have kids, they're not going anywhere near and decorating my Christmas tree. You know, we know that by now. We've gone there when it comes to Crafters TV, my feelings of Christmas tree. Yeah. But what we do is they could then get their own one, get their own tree, and then they could be decorating themselves, making these little characters and that as well. So that would be so much fun.
What happens, you see, sometimes in our house is that the kids, when they were little, were allowed to sort of help decorate the tree. But then when they'd sort of gone to bed that night, the Christmas tree decorating fairy would come out and rearrange it. What happens now, as my kids have gotten older, my boy's not that interested in decorating the tree anymore, but my daughter and my wife love doing it, and I sort of get involved. And then when I go to bed at night, the Christmas tree decorating fairy comes out and changes everything that I put on the tree.
I can just imagine that as well. That would be brilliant. You'd be coming down going, that's not where to put that bauble. Yeah. That's
literally the only reason they want to get me involved now in the tree decorating, because Laura and Daisy have, you know, their own particular way of doing things, and they all decorate it quite nicely together, and they kind of, you know, work off the same sort of level. I'm only there because I'm tall enough to put the star on the top of the tree. That's all they want me there for, because I'm the only one who can reach. But there you go. I know my place. It's fine.
You know your place.
It's fine.
You are the star placer honour on the Christmas tree. That's your job.
Yeah. The star
bit
placer
like Jingle All the Way, isn't it? Yeah. At the end when he puts the star on top of the tree.
I love that movie. You've already watched that this year, haven't you?
I have indeed, yes. Yeah. As well as probably every other Christmas movie that's out there. And we're only halfway through November.
We did watch Home Alone last weekend, actually.
Yeah, you got it brilliant. Yeah. Good. It's classic. What one? Was it like Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 86?
No, we watched Home Alone, the first Home Alone. Although I did have not an argument, but I wanted to watch the second one because that's my favourite. I know that's one of your favourite movies of all time. I think, you know what, normally with films, the sequel's never as good, but I truly believe Home Alone, the second one's better than the original.
Oh, I completely agree. And, you know, I've said it before, and actually the team on social media posted it a couple of weeks ago. You know, there's been bits about each of us, you know, it's getting to know us, and Home Alone 2 is my favourite film ever, not just Christmas, ever. Love it. But you know, it's Christmas and it's New York, so what else would I love?
Exactly right.
So what I've just done is within the stamp set just here, you've also got these little faces. So if I just pop a bit of cardstock underneath, you can see just here, if you've got the little face, so you've got the eyes, you've got the little, the nose and that as well. So what I've just done is I've just used just a little bit of our alcohol proof ink. I think we've caused a bit of an argument going on in the gallery, haven't we?
It's quite funny because we've obviously, if you follow us on our Crafters page, you'll see, like Craig was talking about, we're having a little getting to know you kind of thing. So, you know, Craig's been on there, I've been on there quite recently, Laura's been on there, so Derek's been on there, Joe's been on there. So photos of us with little random facts, so you can, if you want to find out more about us, you can do. But producer Johnny and director Adam just go, oh, we haven't been featured, Joe. Have they asked you for photos yet, guys? No, they have not even asked you for photos. Oh dear. Well, maybe what you can do is if you send your photos to the social media team, maybe sort of nudge them in the right direction. Or yeah, just do it yourself. Just get the details for our page. I would love that, Johnny.
Or Johnny, just email studio.
Or alternatively, what we could do, Johnny and Adam, if you are feeling left out, if you want to get some photos of yourselves, we can do it live on the show.
Yeah,
we can hold up some pictures and you can tell us some weird and wacky facts about you. Yeah, we'll just get them in. Please welcome, it's producer Johnny. So tell us an interesting fact about yourself. That'd be great, wouldn't it, eh?
Oh, brilliant.
Oh dear.
I know, we need to get on the case to Sarah Jane and Taylor on the social media. We're getting the case,
Oh dear. Lots of love coming in for these characters. Lots of chat about Christmas as well. Rose saying, Craig, when my kids were younger, they had their own tree in their playroom and they got to decorate it. It was fun to see a tree with only the bottom branches decorated with Lego, toy cars and blocks. That's brilliant. I love that. Astrid on Facebook from our design team, of course, says, I love Home Alone, the New York one, totally the best movie.
Yeah,
it's definitely the best Home Alone movie. As you know, with me being a big Arnie fan, Jingle All the Way is my favourite festive movie. I just love that movie. Maybe
it's such a good one.
This weekend.
But do you know what as well? I'm laughing as well, saying about the tree with the Lego and that at the bottom. Even at my age now, my living room tree is a bit different because I know you've seen it on social media. Because I've got my stairs behind it, you can see all around the tree. I may have a couple other trees as well. But if it's against the wall, I don't decorate the back.
Oh,
it's like,
really?
well, that's just a total waste of baubles and lights if no one's going to see it. So, if you were to have a look round by tree, it's just a total mess of just where tinsel have come back together. So, even now I still do that. But it's true. It's a waste of baubles now. If you're not going to see them, don't decorate it.
I know what you mean. I might tell our lot to do that this year. Decorate the front of the tree more and leave the back.
Yeah. More for the front.
I know what they'll say. They'll just go, shut up and put the star on the top. That's all you're good for. We don't need your suggestions.
Now get out.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Brilliant. Love it. Love it, Ben. You make me laugh.
Oh, you make me laugh.
You make me laugh.
No, you make me laugh. Michelle says that penguin is so cute. You are right, Michelle. Very cute indeed. Nice and easy to use, aren't they?
It is. Now, obviously, you see me doing the colouring. Each of these layers could have been a different coloured piece of cardstock that you've got left over. Alternatively, if you want to make it a bit quicker, you want it to be specific shades, then use your tri-blends, use your classiques, use, I've had the aqua pencils on, all these different ranges. So you can speed it up slightly by just colouring in the layers. Just cut it all out in white, colour them in, then you've got your little characters as well. But then you've still got snowflake dies that you could then be creating your cards and even your projects, maybe boxes, gift boxes. Imagine doing your tags for your Christmas presents, all in these little characters.
Yeah.
Because then what you could just do is just die cut the back of the penguin again, just in white, and just stick that on the back. Then that could be where you write your little message for your present, but then you've also got your sentiment stamp as well. So you've got all these additional components, but again, because it's yours to then design and create. You can do any different colours, any different themes, any different shades. Doesn't have to be Christmas. I know penguins, you tend to think of Christmas time, but why not? Just go any other colour that you want.
Love these demos. Love the goodies that we've got on Cartload. Eleanor on Facebook saying, I love your penguin. He's so cute, Craig. And Kim saying, I don't decorate the back of our tree either. And Astrid on Facebook said, that's how I style my hair. Do the front, don't worry about the back. Brilliant. I love that. Do you know what? No word of a lie. One of the reasons why I always wear a waistcoat. Because I can't be bothered to iron my shirt. No, that's not true. That's not true. Or is it? Let's have a look at some of the things that you have been making. Love these. We're going to have a look actually at the creator cards in just a few moments' time. But Peggy, I love this dress. That is brilliant. Absolutely gorgeous. Love all of the detailing there, and you've even got the little necklace going along the top as well, which is fantastic. Love that with the little pearls. Gorgeous, Peggy. Really great use of that. Love it. And then Linda, Wow. What a triple shaker card.
Wow.
Never seen one of those before.
No, I've never seen that one before either.
That's brilliant.
I've never even thought about doing that as well.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Linda. A bit of a trendsetter, trailblazer there with all of those shakers. That is fantastic,
And
Linda.
look as
Thank
well,
you.
Ben, for her husband. Look at that one, a nice shaker card for her husband.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's amazing. Love it when you send in your pictures. Thank you so much. Keep those coming in because we want to see more, please. Anything that features on this Cartload, send in your pictures and we will share them with the rest of the world. Right, I just want to quickly recap on these really cute character stamp and die sets from the Gemini Build a Card collection. You got your polar bear, your elf and your penguin. So here's your cute little polar bear. As you've seen, so simple to do. Cut out all of the different pieces in the colours that you choose. You know, this doesn't have to be a polar bear. It can be whatever kind of bear you wanted it to be. It could be a panda if you wanted it, I suppose, or a brown bear. And then you get all the stamps there as well to be able to create the little face of your bear as well. Then you've got the penguin. Here he is. Look, I love the fact that he's got his little hat and his little scarf there too. Build it all up to create a wonderful little penguin. And of course you get the stamp, or is it? There it is, for the facial features as well. And then also in this collection there is the Christmas elf, which I think probably going to be very popular, going to be used a lot over the course of the next few weeks as we build up to Christmas. That's brilliant. Saving, it's a half price deal basically. It should be $35.07 or $50.95. It's $17.98 or $25.42 today. You'll have a lot of fun with that. And as I said, if you're looking to you know, craft with the kids or the grandkids this year, those are the kind of sets that, you know, is going to kind of get them having a look, getting them to get involved. And I love that. Right, something else which is really popular on this show is the creator card range. These are brilliant. First time we've seen them on a half price deal on this Cartload show. So you're going to get all of them on half price. So the best dressed is this really cool card with that shirt, with that jacket, however you want to use it really, however you style it, depends on you know, how it will look. Love on the back there that you've got the sort of bow tie look going on there, so it could be a tuxedo if you wanted it to be. And then you've got all of the stamps to go with it as well. So Father's Day, retirement, number one, dad, a dad in a million. You've even got Aloha on there as well, which is so cool. Now, as well as that one within the range, you've got the bottles up. Again, the ability to change the bottle to maybe a beer bottle. It can be a champagne bottle, a wine bottle. If you're looking for like a celebration card, that's brilliant. And as Craig's been showing us, you know, you can obviously use these as a card all in. You know, you've got the shape there to create the card, but then you can just use them as decorations to the front of a card on another card blank if you wanted to be able to do that. You've also got then within this the stamps. So you've got cheers to you, you've got age to perfection, champagne, congratulations, save water, drink beer, drink champagne, just brilliant. Love that collection. That comes with your bottles up collection. Next is the sweet treats, and again, how great is that? 7 dies for you to be able to pop together this really cute cupcake card, and again, use it as a card all in, or just use various elements of that to decorate, and then use the stamps that come with it as well. It's Cupcake O'Clock. You're the icing on the cupcake. You're a beautiful cupcake in a world of ordinary muffins, it says here. That's brilliant, isn't it? What a sentiment that is. And you've also got, it's a cupcake kind of day. You've even got some little sprinkle stamps on there as well on the bottom. $14.99 or $19.99. Remember, all of these half price deals, first time we've seen them as half prices. And then I think everybody's fave from this particular collection is the Be Fabulous collection, which is the dress with the shoes, with the bows, with the trim on there as well, to create an absolutely stunning dress. And then you've got the stamps that go with it as well, which are gorgeous. It's your day, shine bright, be fabulous. I can't say I do without you, and will you be my bridesmaid? Love that, absolutely gorgeous. All half price, remember, first time we've seen them half price on Cartload. Right, let's have a look. Oh, they've got me bending down and stretching up today. Oh, hello, and they've got me chucking stuff all over the place as well. Something disappeared down the back of the thing there, but never mind. We'll find out what that is later on. We have, though, got the Christmas Quirky Sentiments collection. Now, this is amazing. Do you get all of these? For 21 quid? Right, all right. You get 10 sets. This is brilliant. So, all these stamps you're going to get for £21. Merry Christmas. Naughty is the new nice. Big stamps as well. You're also going to get this one, which brings you keep calm and get your ho, ho, ho on, which is just fabulous. You've got, 2 within there. You've then also got your I'm Santa's favourite. Not so sure about that. You've then got this one here, which is it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
Christmas, 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 Christmas.
Doesn't go like that.
It is at the very end.
Is it?
No, it's at the very end. If you listen to it right all the way to the end, it goes Christmas, Christmas. Well, the Home Alone 2 version does.
Oh, Home Alone 2 version. Oh, right. Next up, some things are worth melting for on that beautiful snowman. And then we continue. All of this for 21 quid, don't forget. Next up is this one here, which says, it's not what's under the tree that matters, it's who's gathering round it. Oh, that's really cute. Love that. Next up, sorry Santa, but naughty just feels so nice. This one is sweet but twisted. Does that make me a candy cane? There's a question. Wowzers. These are a little bit different, aren't they? I did say they were quirky. And then last but by no means least, don't get your tinsel in a tangle. I mean, those are wise words, everybody. Wise words. That reminds me of my favourite Christmas joke, that does.
What's that?
This Christmas, and let's get it right. Hang on a minute. Last year, I got ill because I was eating Christmas decorations. I went to the doctor and he said, you got tinselitis. Tinselitis. £21 or $29 for this collection. Remember, use your 20%. Another £4.20 comes off that, doesn't it? And almost another £6 as well. Really love that. If you're looking for something a bit different, a bit more quirky this Christmas, you have certainly got it within that stamp collection. Right, Craig has not stopped laughing since I've told that joke. I mean, he is. Look at him. His sides are splitting over there. He's not stopped laughing. Anyway, what are you doing?
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of stamping, and we're going to use sweet but twisted. Does that make me a candy cane? But what we're going to do is we'll show you how these look once these are stamped out. But what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly nip back as well to masterclass. We're going to bring in one of the opaque pigment ink pads and do a little bit of heat embossing as well, just to let you see what they can look like just there. So what we're going to do is bringing in our stamping platform. I'm just using some of our Nina cardstock. So what I'm doing is bringing in our stamping platform as well as our mat, and we're going to go in with our stamp. So we're just going to peel all of these off, and we're just going to lay this one on. So these will fit onto your really small 4x4 stamping platforms. Of course, you could be using them with your large 8x8 if you want to. It's entirely up to you, and also depends on what you have got. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go in with the fuchsia. So this is our opaque pigment ink pad. So if you didn't see masterclass earlier on, when you're on the website, go across and have a look, because these were on the show, and then after Cartload, you can go back and re-watch the shows from masterclass earlier on and see what we were doing with them. So we're just going to stamp that one. Doesn't need to be as close in the middle, because I am just going to cut it out. So there we go. We're just going to stamp that one out, and then once I'm happy with the impression, we can then take that one off, and we have got the sweet but twisted. Does that make me a candy cane? So we can see that from up above just nicely there. And because it is opaque pigment, it just means that it stays really nice and sticky. Now it doesn't stay sticky in the fact if I put my hand on it, it's going to stick to it. It's just going to stay sticky, whereas we can come along with embossing powders, sprinkle that on the top, and the powders are going to stick just nicely. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle my clear embossing powder onto this one, and I chose to use the clear one simply because as I still wanted that fuchsia colour to come all the way through. However, what I also wanted to do is just to get that a bit sparkly. Now it looks slightly more clouded because we've got a clear powder over the top, but what will happen in a moment is I'm just popping that excess into there. I'm going to bring in our heat gun. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to hold it facing away from me for a moment, just to get that temperature going at the right speed in the right place. And then once I'm happy, I'm just making sure that comes to temperature, which is fine. And then I'm just going to start, I'm going to aim maybe about 2 inches away from the actual image. As soon as I see that first part starting to melt, I'm going to move my heat tool. So I'm just going to start that one off. And then I'm not sure, we can just see it on the screen. So as it starts to melt, I'm starting to move my heat tool. And then what this does is this gives it a nice, clear, glistening impression. Yeah. We're getting that colour from the fuchsia coming all the way through. But again, what happens is that clear embossing powder gives it that raised effect, but also gives us a resist effect. If you want to come over with maybe aqua pens or what reactive ink pads, it's up to yourself. So I'm just making sure I've got all of that nicely heated. And as well, the reason you don't want to stay in the one place for too long after it's melted is you could potentially burn your cardstock, and that's when it would then bubble away, which you don't want. So as soon as it's melted, you just remove that one out the way. So then that will then give us, again, still got that nice impression, but what happens is instead of the sentiment being, kind of flat, what happens is having that raised effect, giving it there, we've got that nice shimmer shine to your actual sentiment. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to bring in one of my nesting dies. So this is just going to be our stitched edge circle for this one, and we'll go for the second one down, just so we've got a bit of space all the way around. And then I'm just going to tape that in. So once I've kind of got that as central as I can do, I'm just going to tape it into place, sticking to my fingers. Let's just start that one again. So let's just pop that in. And what I've also done as well, Ben, is I've also taken Pink Tulip, our water reactive ink pad. Oh yeah. And we'll just do a very quick bit of blending, and it just to show you how you can make really quick cards, even if you're doing heat embossing. If you don't have heat embossing or you don't have the powders, you don't have to do what I've just done. Just use your colour ink pad and you'll still get the same effect as to what it will look like once we're finished.
Michelle says, love those quirky sentiments. I've mine and might get them out in a bit and use them. They're a little bit different, aren't they? That's what I like about Crafter's Companion. We've got all the sort of traditional stuff if you want that, but then we have got sets like this which are just a little bit more, I don't know, sort of off the beaten track, aren't they? A little bit different to perhaps your normal thing. So if that's you or if someone that you know who's going to appreciate that, you're going to absolutely love this set. For £21 today, I would grab it whilst you can.
As you can imagine someone, opening their envelope, their Christmas card, they think they're going to get, a nice, traditional...
You all right over there? Put your teeth in!
Traditional or cute or elegant card, but then actually open it up and you've got that little cheeky element when it comes to your card. Yeah, so yeah, it's really, really fun.
Love it.
So we can see I've just die cut my circle of my sentiment. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to set my die just back into place, and I'm just going to pop it in, and then I'll be able to feel it. It's kind of like just slots into place. And then what I'm going to do is just with my fingers, I'm just holding it. I'm just going back to the little blending foam pads that we had within Masterclass as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab just around the edge. So this is our water reactive, this is our Pink Tulip. Now you can do what I'm doing without the die, but what will happen by keeping the die in place, we're going to be given kind of like a faux white matting layer. Yeah. And if you're unsure as to what I mean by that, we will show you just in a second exactly how that's going to look. So I'm just going around the edge and I'm just dabbing. You can blend it in a blending motion, but we can also just do the dabbing like I'm doing as well, and not that teen dance dab, dabbing of the... I knew you were going to... Yeah, there it is. Whoops, there it is.
What's the other one? That's the one. Oh no, that was the other one. It's not the thing anymore though, is it? What's that called?
Flossing.
The floss. The candy floss.
See if your kids are watching you, they'll be loving that one.
I don't know. My daughter will be. My son will be like this.
You'll be like, you're not my dad anymore.
Yeah. All right. That's a bit harsh. God damn, I needed a dance. Unbelievable. I don't think he'd be saying. He's not saying that. No, he probably is, to be fair.
You could be my young dad.
What? What? Oh,
no,
dear.
I'm okay.
I've no idea. No idea.
So I just added that bit of colour all the way round, and the reason I left that die in place, if I was to then remove that one now, I got that halo of white all the way around where the die's been in place. The ink's not been picked up, but it gives us that faux matting layer. So all that I'm going to do is I've just done a quick bit of matting layering. It's still from the pop-up paper pad like I used earlier on. So let's just pop this one in. You can then pop it onto a card blank. Or again, I know I've said it a few times, it could be a tag if you wanted to, but it's just a simple way to pop that one on. Let's just pop a couple of pads onto the back. Again, let's just pop these ones, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, just to give it a bit of height. So then here we go. This could then be obviously the front of the card. So if I just then pop that one on into place, and then there we go. So usually, you think of maybe cards like that, certainly with candy canes, it's going to be white, it's going to be red, but look at that one. We've done a bit of pink, we've done a bit of heat embossing as well, and even just brought in some of the pink tulip water reactive to do our layers.
Love it. It's different in the fact that you've got the quirky sentiment and the colours that you've got on there as well. Not traditional Christmas, but certainly it does hit the spot. Loads of lovely comments coming in. Diana saying, enjoying this show, so funny. The songs, the jokes, great entertainment and educational. And D'Souza on YouTube says, Craig and Ben are so entertaining. Michelle says, I'm going to use the I'm Santa's favourite one for both my adult kids, who I always joke and say whoever happens to give me a £2 coin is my favourite that week. So there you go. Glad you're enjoying the show. I think we are having as much fun as you are certainly watching the show today. I must just update you on a few goodies because these creator cards are flying out of the door. You know the Art Deco one that we had a few moments ago? Well, don't scream and shout because that's now sold out. Yep, it's gone. It is out of there. We do. Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, update the dream catcher that we've got. Don't scream and shout, but that's now
sold out.
Gone. That's literally sold out in about the last 2 minutes because that was still available a few moments ago. And now also on the creator card Decadent Snowflakes there is limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means
it soon won't be seen.
Yeah, it's gonna go $5.99 or $9.18. Last chance saloon on those should be $14.99 or $22.95. That's why they're selling out. Something else which is flying out of the door on the Cartload today are these beautiful collage stamps. We're going to have a look at these in more detail with Craig in just a second, but I'll just quickly show you exactly what you're going to get once again with this collection. So you're going to get your Heartfelt Wishes. So many beautiful stamps within this collection, and as you can see, to kind of build up a beautiful image. You can use these individually, of course, but the ability to kind of build up that collage effect on these is just fantastic. I love that script. I think it's gorgeous with the Heartfelt Wishes. You're then also going to get with this your Feathered Friend. Again, such beautiful artwork. You've got the kind of background detail on there as well to really build up the layers to use these in conjunction with each other. Then you have got this beautiful Born to Fly. Take a look at that again. Absolutely stunning. I'm a bit of a sucker for these backgrounds that have like all the musical notes on. I just think these look absolutely gorgeous. I want to find out what tune that is now. But anyway, you get all of that included there as well. You were born to fly and life is too short to wait. Just a couple of the sentiments that you get there. Then you've got Cherish Every Moment. Take a look at that flower. I mean, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Massive stamp there for you to get your Spectrum Noirs out, get colouring, get having fun, and love that kind of sort of cracked glass effect that you've got there too. Really, really stunning to build these up into a fantastic image. And then finally, last but by no means least, is your beautiful peony. Again, nice big images that you can get working with, build them up to use them all together to create a fantastic card with a background and then the focal point. But again, as stamps on their own, they're going to look gorgeous. That is a half price deal, $24.97 or $37.37 if you want to go for that today. They are very, very busy actually. Lots of people loving the Collage Photo Polymer Stamps collection, and we've got time to have a look at those over the other side with Mr. Craig. Which one are you going to have a look at?
We're going to go for the Cherish Every Moment. Now, if you like stamping, if you sometimes feel you can't get it spot on, you can't get it accurate, this is the stamp set for you. It's all about the collage. It's building up. Doesn't need to be accurate. Doesn't need to be on point. You can have so much fun. So that's exactly what we're going to do to start with. So we've got our stamp sets here. So within the Cherish Every Moment, we can see we've got this really sizable rose head. We've got all the crackle effect background. You know, we've got some of the paint splots as well. We've got all these little distress marks, we've got sentiments, we've got swirls. Great selection for you to create your own little collage. So what we're going to do to start with is let's bring in a bit of ink. So we're going to, I'm just looking for my blending tool. So let's bring in one of the foam ones that we've got. So for this one, let's just go for a bit of orange. So it's water reactive. So I'm just going to start to lay down the colour on these ones. And again, because it's collage, because you don't need to be too worried, too precise, if you are using our blending tools, if you find you get any marks, street marks, anything like that, do not worry. It's all going to add to the effect. It's going to be very much of a mixed media style, but it's all just card and ink. So we're just going to be laying that down. So you can see, you know, I'm catching parts of it here, but you're going to find it's actually going to add to the effect. If you want to do real nice smooth blending action, you can do, and just lay that colour down, no problem at all. But I'm just wanting to get a lot of that colour onto my cardstock. It's Nina cardstock that I'm using for this one, although this would also work really well with our stamping card, because what we're doing is we're not actually going to be adding any additional colours such as classiques or tri-blends or anything like so. So I'm just going to keep on adding that colour in with the orange. Okay. And again, we're just getting the colour.
Why do you go pad matte card? Is it you just taking a bit off as you go?
Do you know what it is? I get asked that every now and again. Now, years and years ago, when kind of like water ink pads came out, when you tend to do blending, what you tend to do with the tool bin is you would layer up your actual blending tool, then you would take a bit of excess off onto your glass mat and then go onto your cardstock. Yeah. It's just a habit that's just stuck with me. Right. So it's not something you actually have to do. It's just a habit that I've just continued to do. So you could, as I'm doing just here, as I'm going straight on, and then what you can then just do is just go straight onto your cardstock. It's just a habit that I've gone in and just dabbing and then going onto my cardstock. So yeah, it's something that I get asked every now and again.
Have you noticed it before? Yeah. Have you already noticed it then?
But then, you know, you're still using what's the excess there. And then even then, if you feel as though you've used a lot of the colour that's still there, spritz it with some water, and then what will happen is you'll still be able to create different backgrounds. You know, you'll think there's not a lot of colour left, but in actual fact, spritz it with water and you'll be surprised actually how much comes off. So that's all that I'm going to do with that one. Now you can see that one, that's really, really bright. It's in your face. You know, it could be like fire, lava, sunset, anything like that. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to come in with our stamp set. Now this is where even more fun comes into place, because then you've just got that freedom to go whatever way that you so wish. So the actual head of the rose, we'll leave that to the side, and then what we'll do is we'll bring in some of these other stamps just here. So I'm just going to be layering in these ones on top. And what I'm also doing is, with that colour there, I've stamped with our water reactive. When it comes to the layers on top, I'm going to be stamping with black. I'm still going to be using water reactive. Yep. Because what it's going to do as well, it's not going to give you that crisp, clean, sharp edge look, and that's what we want. That's what you want from this kind of organic, rustic collage effect. So I'm just going to go straight into my stamping platform, and again, Noir Black water reactive. You can use any of the other ones if you want to do, that's up to you, but again, I'm just kind of wanting that bit of a distressed look, additional distressed look. And then what I'm just going to do now is let's even just go down to the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to stamp. Now what I just done there is I just press and then let go. Usually you see we really lay that pressure down to get that impression. If I was to miss bits, which I've not actually in this occasion, but if I have, it would have looked absolutely fine. So let's do it again within the next top corner, but then what I will just do as well is let's just do it lightly, with the intention of kind of missing bits, and that's what, so you can see there, we've worked just there, so I've missed bits in that bit there, I've missed that little bit into there, but it's what it's all about. It's that freedom of just letting go and not worrying about, have I missed bits, do I need to restamp, do I need to start again, just keep going with it. So then what we can just do is carrying on, and let's take some more of these bits just here. So let's take some of these little distressed parts. And do you know what you can do as well, what's great with these as well, is let's bring in our ink pad, hold it in your hand. Hold it in your hand and then just start to add it in. So instead of using your platform, again, if you wanted to dab a bit of excess off, you can do. But then what we're just doing is we're just dabbing that one off, and then what we can just start to do is we can start to build up the background just by using the ink, even the excess. If it's not precise, if it's not clear, you don't need to worry about it. What you're just wanting to do is just build up all of that, basically that collage effect. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep going, and let's do
First time I've seen a stamp used like that.
Really, yeah. You know, you don't always have to use a stamping platform. If it's something like this where you don't necessarily have to be precise, then just use your hands if you wanted to. So we've done that one. So then let's go back into this one. Again, do the same again with your fingers, but we'll do a bit of mixing and matching with both. So we're just going to stamp that one. And then if I don't want that full on impression, if I think it's going to be heavy with ink, again, take a little bit of the excess off. Take a bit off onto your mat and then just go in. So then what you can start to do is just build up your image. So again, we're just pulling in from the side. So what I'm doing is let's stamp that one again, bit of ink. And again, I don't want it to be full on colour. So I'm just going to take a bit of that excess off, and then let's go into this side. Overlapping as well, so I'm already just overlapping the impressions that I've already done. Yeah. And then I'm going to do just a couple more.
I like these projects when you're just kind of playing, aren't they? Because I suppose a lot of craft is precision. A lot of craft is having to make sure things go in the right place and things are stamped in the right place. But this is the kind of sort of craft where actually you can, like you say, just have a bit of a play and build up and see what works, and you know, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't work, really. It's just about having fun, isn't it?
Doesn't matter whatsoever. You know, it's just about that enjoyment. Now, you could carry on going within the middle. The reason I've not is simply because I would then come along. Let's take another bit of our Nina. Let's just chop that down just slightly, and then you can do it all on one layer if you wanted to. It's up to you. Or what you can then just do is just do your additional bits out, mats and layers if you want. So let's come in with our rose's head. So then this is where we're going to do a bit mixing and matching. We've gone for some inks and backgrounds on this one just here. This time what I'm going to do is we're going to use our finesse, our alcohol proof, because then we could come along and we could start to colour in with our tri-blends or even our classiques. So again, alcohol, and then all that I'm going to do is we're just going to get that nice black colour laid down, and then we can go onto our cardstock, and then we're just going to give that impression into the middle just there. So let's just press, and now this is the component where you can start to do your colouring, do your blending if you wanted to, whether it's alcohol pens, whether it's your aqua pencils, or even your pens. Maybe you want to do your distressed backgrounds, but look at that. Wow. Look how crisp and clean that one is using your alcohol, so you can come along and colour. So let's just go to the back of me just here. Have I got a red one just here? Let's go We've got a bit of a coral, so even let's go for that one. Who says a rose's head has to be your pure red?
Exactly.
So what we're doing is, like usual, just going to pop a bit of cardstock underneath, just to start to do your colouring. Now within these ones there, these all give you your guided lines for you. So if you like the thought of blending, but you're maybe a bit scared, you're a bit worried, follow all these lines that are there for you. So I'm just going to start in with the light of the coral, and we're just going to start to lay that colour down.
There's a lot of love for this demo, let me tell you. There's loads of comments coming in. Gorgeous and beautiful, says Tesha. The rose is totally lush, says Astrid. Great demo, Craig, says Fred171 on YouTube. Janet on Facebook. I love my half-hour CC fix each day after work. I think it keeps me sane. Ooh, says Marilyn. Loving this. Gilmore on YouTube says, Craig, you are the king of stamping techniques. And Tall Chicky 8 on YouTube says, love this background. All of those just come in the last couple of minutes. There's a lot of love. That background is amazing. I mean, this rose that we're seeing here is gorgeous, but the background is off the chart, to use Sarah's phrase. I love that.
It's just, it goes to show, Ben, and I've not got another one at the side of me prepped or prepared. I know no one can see, but you can, that I've not got anything else. I've not done it beforehand. I've literally come on, as talked to yourself and Johnny beforehand and says, look, we'll do this one live, just to show you. Bring in one ink. That's all we've done, is we just used the orange and then just bringing in the black as well. Don't need to be overly worried, concerned about your different ink pads. Yes, I changed to the alcohol ink pad to use my actual tri-blends, but when it comes to the impressions, when it comes to the distress effect, I still use water reactive, but I use the black. So it's this freedom, as I like to call it, and just going all out and just doing whatever style you want, whatever way that you want. If you don't get a good impression, who cares? Keep going. Just lay that in the impressions, the designs, and the colours down. So we're just going to keep working that in. You would then just come along. So you would then do that whole lot. And it just goes to show that I hadn't got one prepared because I don't have one at the side of me. But what you would then, you do it, again, it's just an idea, bringing in your nesting dies if you wanted to. Or what you can then do is just freehand cut or leave it as it is. So what we will just do is we will just quickly cut this one out. And then again, it's layering upon layer, whether it is straight onto your card that you've just made underneath. Because what you could have done is you could then have stamped this rose first, and then if you like things like your Pebeo gums, anything like that, then you can then start to colour them, and then that's then going to be doing your masking techniques for you. But all that I'm just going to do is let's just cut this one out. I'm being very, very quick. And although I'm being very quick, still working along that lines of don't be too precise. If you feel that, you know, you've maybe cut into your image or you've got a white border, don't worry about it. You would then just come along after it being coloured, or part colour it if you want. You don't need to colour it all. And then it can just sit in between either, you know, your stamped or your distressed effect that you've done within the background.
It's quite Halloweeny.
Have it in the middle. It is actually, isn't it? It is. It absolutely is. So again, you could be layering that one up, colour it in full, layering it up. Bit of matte and layer, bit of black cardstock all the way around, or maybe you just want to pop it straight onto a card blank. Imagining that this is a card blank just here, and then what you could just do is have that sitting in the middle just here. Have your sentiment, friends like you are precious and few. And again, although you're saying the style, the look, it could be very Halloween themed. My friend, Ashley, she absolutely loves, you know, like the skulls and the skeletons, that sort of thing. So even like a birthday card, many might think, would I give that to someone for a birthday card? I know for a fact she would love it.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? You know,
Personal
you can
preference.
mix and match personal preference to who you're giving to. But absolutely do cute, do elegant, do all these different things. Or do you know what? Get your collage stamps, have fun, and then who's to say they're not going to know the amount of fun and enjoyment that you had just going all rogue. You know, you could have taken a couple of minutes to do it, but look at the effect that you can get. So it's just about building, replacing it. You know, you could even do things, Ben, cut it in half. half, and then you can have it so you've got one half just popping at one end, one half that's popping up at the other. You've got your sentiment within the middle just there. All these different things that you can be doing. What I'm just going to do is let's just bring a few of all the other ones as well. So it could be clean cut, could be bright, pastel, anything that you like. This is when it is the freedom. Now look at that one there. So you've got that one. Nothing stopping you doing your apertures, your concept cards that you can see just there. Again, more within the butterfly. But this is where you've got the textures. Now within this rose one, well, it's not actually a rose, it is the
peony.
This one is the peony. Nothing stopping you from using the distressed backgrounds in with the peony, and then vice versa. But it just lets you see different styles, layering them, putting them on with your nesting dies, anything like that. But the main thing is, you get them, maybe you've got them, you've been a bit scared to use them, sit in your craft room, bring in one colour, maybe two colours, just stamp.
One quick final question before we disappear. Fred wants to know, how large is that rose stamp that you were just using then? Have you got a chance just to quickly...
I do indeed.
Measure that just before we go.
So if we were to go, say, from the height, so the largest from the top to the bottom is, so if I start from there to there, so we are 3 3/4 by, so from there, and then there would be your largest, so 3 inches.
Brilliant.
So there we go, 3 inches, yeah.
I tell you what, we've literally got about a minute remaining.
Can't believe that.
Do not know where the time has gone. That's a brilliant deal. Those collage stamps are stunning. Half price deal. Loads of half price deals that we've had on the show as well. Just to very, very quickly show you the best dressed creator card collection, which has been so popular. These are half price. So you've got the best dressed, which is the really cool jacket, and you've got all of the stamps to go with it as well. Then you've got the bottle up, once again the ability to be able to create the card, and then you've got the stamps to go with it too, the matching stamps. All of these are half price. You've got your sweet treat, which is that gorgeous cupcake, and again all of those cute stamps to go with it. And then last but by no means least is your Be Fabulous, again $14.99 or $19.99 half price deals. I've had an absolute blast today. Hope you've enjoyed Cartload. Craig, have you had fun, and when are you back?
I have had an absolute blast with the double day. I am back on Saturday with a brand new launch. I know, you got me for a brand new launch?
Woohoo! Well, we shall certainly look forward to that. I've got a few days off now, actually. I'm not back till the end of next week, so I shall look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a brilliant weekend. Have a brilliant week, and we will see you very soon here on Crafters TV. Bye for now.
Bye.